Geeks, this is why you should watch the expo videos in February and March, because we picked up a bait that just kept getting hit after hit after hit after hit after hit today when nothing else would. Let's talk about that. So we've got a new play on a version of a topwater that was a Japanese balsa bait, a really big in the tournament scene in the 90s. And so what the company has done is they've gone out and reimagined this bait, but they've done it to make it easier to cast so you can cast it farther, and made it more durable than the old balsa wood baits were. And that is the Viva Sky. So this had a huge following. It's a pencil popper, very finessey little bait, but it's got a little bit of tail weight to it now. Now that does two things. Makes it way easier to cast, and it actually has a unique setting. The balsa was also weighted this way, and it actually sets vertical in the water. Now it will walk. It's got a very, very subtle pop action if you pull it, which I love. And let me tell you, these bass today killed this bait. I mean, already beat the daggum eyes off the bait today. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember the color of this bait. It wasn't on the box. So again, we'll leave links to catch so that you can go. We picked this up in Raleigh at the expo there in Raleigh. As soon as I seen this bait, I was like, this is gonna be good. And man, it has been good. All you guys that are local to me, do not go buy this bait. At least let me get a couple of months out of it. I've really waited until this time of year to pull this out. It is silent. You know, a little bit of rattle there with the hooks and stuff. It's very quiet, it's very subtle. This color is the one that was doing work today. It's very translucent. It does walk, but the one thing, now I think I just picked up 2 of these. I'll tell you this right now, I'll be picking up more. The one thing that I noticed, and we lost 3 bass on these early. They do come with feathered dress trebles, which I'm telling you is very important on this bait. I don't know why they do this. I'm not a fan of it, and as soon as we changed, this is the one knock that I have. But if you look at these hooks, they are turned in. And to me, because they're such small hooks, I would do one of 2 things. I'd replace them completely, which is what I did. I mean, they're sharp, no doubt, but I would bend them out a little bit. And the problem is, it's the hook points that are turned in. And I really think that cost us about 3 more fish that we should have put in the boat, because they're just not getting a good enough hookup. I'm very much in the opinion that on a topwater, if it's not over grass, that it should absolutely be a standard U-shaped hook, something that's straight up. It's going to be much better, and you can see the difference on here. We upsized just a tick on the front, but you can see the difference. Now, like I said, I got 2 different colors. I will leave links in the description, and we'll put this color up right here somewhere. But I mean, you know, the other, bone. I mean, you can't go wrong with a bone color. I didn't try this one out today, but I have no doubts this will work on some cloudy days. For now, I'm going to leave the split ring on here, but I will tell you this. You can get a side-to-side walking action out of this bait. And so I think I got a little bit better walking action with it when I tied on a loop knot today. So the loop knot that I tie most of the time, we're going to double the line, and then we're going to come around 5 times. We're going to come back I always like to turn the bait upside down so that I can get past the trebles. Then I just start pulling down on one side of the line until I can get it nice and close and a nice tight loop knot. We again cut the tag in and we are ready to go fishing. All right, so when we talk about rod, reel, and line for the Viva Sky little pencil popper, I just call it the Viva. I'm going to use this on a 7-foot medium fast rod. This is the Fitzgerald Versa. You guys know I love these. Use one just like this for my jerkbait rod. This casts this little bait a mile. We've got the microwave guide right here at the first, which helps us get less line slap and a little bit more distance. I got that coupled with a 7.2 Shimano SLX DC. Love this for throwing light baits. The DC really keeps it from backlashing on you when you're throwing those light baits, especially on these light reels. Now, I've got monofilament on here, and generally the mono that I'm throwing on this are going to be about 12-pound test. And I'll put links to that in the description for you. Geeks, I cannot tell you how impressed I have been with this little bait so far this year. It is probably definitely going into the go-to lineup, especially after today. Now, when it comes to fishing this little bait, you can do 2-3 things with it. That's what makes it so great. Like I said, it's pretty quiet and it's pretty subtle. The tail down action gives it an incredible, stopping power, just sitting there waiting to pull them up. It's got a nice little, just behind the O-ring, little mouth where you will get a tiny little pop, and that seems to drive the bass crazy. But this bait will also walk side to side and very slowly, but it does it slightly beneath the water. So if you've got bass that maybe aren't going to commit to topwater, this little bait is what you want to pick up. And lastly, you can just give it a nice little rip. It does a great job of just ripping through the water column, looking like a fleeing bait fish. Again, cast pretty good. You are going to want it on a little bit lighter equipment. You can absolutely cast this on a spinning rod. Setting the hook, always want to set it sideways. These are small treble hooks. Replace the treble hooks. Replace the treble hooks, please. Don't go oversized because you can mess up the walk. You go with the same size. It's what it's designed to maintain. I love the dressed feather. It comes with that on the back. I put it back on there and just fight them. These are treble hooks. They're smaller treble hooks. Take your time getting it to the boat and probably get the net if you got a buddy with you. Be careful if you put them on your thumb if it's a dink boat hopping. But I don't suggest boat hopping with this bait. Just trust me, I don't. I'm an idiot and I'll try it, but if you got a good one, don't do it. You'll lose it. Places you can fish this bait, it's great over submergent grass, wood, open water, schoolies. I don't think I've found many baits better than this so far. If they're chasing small bait fish, especially the clear one with the treble is a go-to. You got to pick that up. And truthfully, that's it. Fish this bait where you think you're going to catch bass, where that topwater bite is going to be there. It's probably not something that I'm going to cover water with. It's going to be more target for me, even though it does walk. But I'm going to walk it a lot slower because, again, it does submerge. It does kind of walk under, just barely beneath the water. This thing really, it produced today. If I would have paid attention to the hooks earlier, it would have really been a great day on topwater with this bait. I see this bait really maybe making our summer. Now, one thing I do want to implore you geeks to do, if you're on your cell phone, make sure you go to the BassGeek YouTube page, the page right on YouTube, the main BassGeek page. Look up there where it says community. Hey, post some of your favorite topwater lures and some catches that you have with them. I love that we can share now. It's very much like a BassGeek Facebook community post on there. So you guys can actually post. You don't have to just reply to my post. You can create your own. Now, if you're on a computer, you just go to post or community right there, and you can post whatever you want. So that's really cool. Help me learn some baits as I help you learn some baits. I appreciate the heck out of it, geeks. Plus, we get to share and grow more as a community and hang out and talk a little bit more about fishing. And for those of you that missed the Namiki Air Frog, man, you need to go check this bait out right here. Otherwise, questions and comments in the comment section below. You geeks know I love to talk about fishing with you. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell. Be part of the 100% Watch Squad. Help me live my dream. And you geeks rock.